Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is once again that time for your word of the day, and I will be your humble host, Mr. DeAndre Swanson, coming to you live once again from the sanctuary, from the Oval Office up here at Eisenhower Middle School. It's been so long, I forgot where I'm at. Man, it's been a cool minute. I feel like since I've done one of these videos, and I feel like my energy, although it seems to be kind of peaceful, I seem to be kind of like laid back and mellow. I'm really fired up. I had some very interesting conversations, man, with some people today. Some very inspirational conversations, man. People really exposing their spirits and the depth of who they are to you, man. And when you have conversations like that, when you have interactions like that with people, man, it's hard not to be changed by that and also be motivated and inspired by it. So with that in mind, anyway, I had already had this on my mind about what I wanted to talk about. So without any further ado, our word for today is going to be overlook. Okay, overlook. And the reason that word is coming to the forefront of my reasoning, my thinking, is because I'm reminded of 1 Peter 4:8, where it talks about, love covers a multitude of sins or overlooks a multitude of offenses, man. And I think the reason that I wanted to talk about that is primarily because, I've had some situations and some other encounters that, weren't so pleasant. And it really has been beneficial, I think, for me personally, and maybe some other people out there might be struggling with some things, man, that they're offended by. Some things that people have either said to you or some things that people have done to you. And I want to encourage people to walk around, man, and be readily able and willing to forgive people, to overlook the things that people have said about you, the things that people have done to you, and the things that people have tried to bring to pass in your life, man, that hurt you. And I know that that's difficult. It's hard to it's easy for me to sit up here saying, man, maybe you should try overlooking that or kind of letting that go. And it's a foreign concept to a lot of people, I think, to want to even try to overlook and seek the good of somebody who has ill intent for you. But man, I'm telling you, I feel like God has really had me in that place, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, man, and I feel like I'm reaping some of the benefits of being able to kind of just take a step back, to remove myself from the emotion of what I feel, from being offended, from being upset, from the pain and from the hurt, and really being able to assess the situation and also understanding that the people on the other side of that may be hurt and may be going through something that really doesn't have anything to do with me. So having the opportunity to, remove a lot of the vitriol from that or remove some of the personal sting from that, I think is something that is important. And it also helps you kind of really target and focus on what the real issue is. I also was thinking about something very similar to that. A lot of times, man, we judge people or we had these conversations about people and we kind of look at them and remember the things that they've done in the past. So a lot of times, and what that does is it doesn't give people the opportunity to display maturity or display growth in your direction because you are holding on to something that they either said or did a long time ago, last week, or something like that, months, years ago, whatever the situation, whatever the case may be. And because you haven't afforded them the opportunity to display that growth and that maturity, you bring up this old thing that happened, or you bring up these things where you got offended or you got upset. They bring up these old things where they got offended or got upset, and we just keep clashing and we just keep butting heads. And so, man, I just want to encourage people, man. I know, and again, it's impossible, really, I think, to do this stuff without the love of God in your heart. But I do want to encourage people to make an effort to try to get to the point where you are ready to forgive people and where you are ready to overlook the offenses, where you are ready to put somebody else's needs, somebody else's desires, somebody else's wishes and stuff like that, man, in front of your own, man. I think that that is just a different level of maturity, and it's something that I'm really working and focusing on, trying to get to that point in my life, man. And so hopefully somebody gets something out of that. We love y'all. We're gonna holler at you later. All right.